The NFL draft is a week and a half away, and since that is occurring here in a week and a half, BS rumors and all sorts of crazy stuff is being thrown in the headlines, and over this weekend, a ton of rumors came out regarding our Detroit Lions. Could they take Ahmad Garner at 2, the cornerback? We're going to talk about it. Malik Willis, visit scheduled with the Detroit Lions. The Lions look to get a quarterback right there. Pickett came in last week. Very interesting on that one. Carolina Panthers have a list of quarterbacks they would like to trade for. Jared Goff apparently is on that list. Off-season program starts tomorrow. We're going to get all into it right now. But before we get into today's video, if you think it's a real smart and sound idea to go up to a big patch of poison ivy, strip buck naked, and roll around in it for 10 minutes, go ahead and subscribe to my channel because we took all things Detroit Lions news and rumors. Sometimes being a Lions fan, you could get a nasty rash. Also, make sure you take that like button with you. Throw that thing through there and let that bad boy get ripped up. Let's get to today's Lions rumors. Mel Kiper Jr., you're killing me here. In a mock draft, he just came out that the Detroit Lions would be drafting Ahmad Garner at 2, the very good cornerback. Could the Lions do this? Look, they could do anything at that pick. Should the Lions do this? I don't know. I do not believe. I don't care how good he is. He's really good. We got a lot of corners on this team. Jeffrey Okudah in his 3rd year. We can't just continue to get cornerbacks and not see if any of these guys can develop. We need a position such as edge, I think at 2, or you can go quarterback. There's other positions you can take at 2, not being cornerback Ahmad Garner. I just think it would not be a smart idea. I really do not believe they're going to take him at 2 because of Aaron Glenn and the pieces we have, Jerry Jacobs. We drafted Melifonwu last year. We got Amani Warrior we're going to have to extend. We still got to know what Jeffrey Okudah, if he can come in. But let me know in the comment section below. Would you draft Ahmad Garner at 2, the cornerback, the great one? Let me know with Y for yes and N for no. And when thinking about what the Detroit Lions are going to do at the number 2 pick, I have a list of things that I would like to see in order from best to worst. At 1, the best scenario for the Detroit Lions, in my opinion, is to trade out of 2, get multiple draft picks. I think that would be absolutely amazing. We got to fill this team, and it's vital towards getting talent there. So get more draft picks, maybe even one next year, a first-round pick next year if you can somehow do that. Then we have 3 first-round picks next year. And if the Detroit Lions would like to get a quarterback, if they won't do it this year, you can have the ability to trade up. Aidan Hutchinson, if he's sitting there at 2 and Jacksonville decides not to go his way, the Detroit Lions got to take him. I think that would be the best option regarding picking a player. He can immediately make the Detroit Lions defensive line much better. Number 3, I have the Lions just taking Kayvon Thibodeaux. Yes, there is an issue. Does he really like the game as much as other people? We don't really know that. That's for sure. But he has ability. To me, he's the 2nd best pass rusher of this year's draft, Aidan being 1. And we need to get some talent on this football team. You can't screw up the number 2 pick. You screw up the number 2 pick, you're going to end up like we did with Jeffrey Okudah in a world of pain years down the road. Just take Kyle Hamilton at 4. That would be my 4th best option for the Detroit Lions, beefing up the safety position, a position of need. I don't believe the Lions are going to do that. Number 5 to me would be getting edge Trayvon Walker. I'm just not inspired by him. If the Detroit Lions take him, I want to see production. And if you look at the amount of sacks he had on the ultimate Georgia defense, it wasn't much. So all the options, this would be my last one for the Lions to take at 2. And reports came out yesterday and Saturday that Detroit Lions head coach Dam Campbell does not like Kayvon Thibodeaux, the guy who I just was talking about. Do I believe this is true? Do I believe it's smoke? Is this a real rumor? It's hard to tell here. It's absolutely hard to tell. I do believe the Detroit Lions potentially, this is a true rumor because Dan Campbell does like specific said players, and there is issues regarding Kayvon Thibodeaux. At least questions are if he's going to be the guy. But it could definitely just be absolute and utter smoke. It could be a bunch of BS. The Lions turn around and draft Kayvon Thibodeaux. Remember how much time they've spent with him going to the pro days, and even before the season was over, we had Brad Holmes over there in Oregon looking at this guy. So, now, honesty, this could be 50-50 regarding if that's a true. I don't really know. It's hard to really tell, but I'm going to just say 50-50 on here. Tomorrow we got some off-season programs starting in Detroit. Many things we need to look at or hear about reading from the reporters that are there. You know what? I just want to see tomorrow, if we can hear anything, is how these injured players that we had last year are progressing. I think that's the most important thing. Is Jeffrey Okudah on track to get this thing together for training camp here in a couple months? That's what I'd like to see, just kind of how he's doing there. Jerry Jacobs, the same as him, as he got injured. We had injuries all throughout this last season, and it came to haunt us right now. So I'd just like to hear about that. How DJ Chark looks, I'd love to see how, this young man is doing. We picked him up in free agency, so that's something that I would like to see there as well. Probably not a whole lot going on. It's just an off-season program. It's not like it's insane camps or anything like that, and it's not even going to be much going on. And who all shows up? Who shows up and who doesn't show up. Folks, let's get to 22,000 subscribers. With your help, I know it can get done. We're getting close. We're about 500 away, 550, something around there. So if you've not subscribed to the channel, make sure you hit that big red subscribe button. It helps the channel out, and it pushes the content out there as you get more subscribers, more views, and then it just keeps getting pushed. So hit that subscribe button. Rumors came out that the Detroit Lions legitimately could take Malik Willis at 2 because he has a visit scheduled with the Detroit Lions. That's very interesting. Obviously, they coached him in the Senior Bowl. Do the Lions take a quarterback? I don't think they're going to take him at 2. I truly don't, guys. I know there's fans that would love to have Malik Willis, and I know there's a lot of fans that do not want to take Malik Willis. Various reasons. One, you want an impact player that can start day one. Understand that. And then people who would like to get Malik Willis has the heir apparent to Matthew Stafford. They really don't believe in Jared Goff. They don't believe that he could be the future, and they would like to have a dynamic quarterback, dual threat, that can do it all at the quarterback position. We heard earlier, a couple weeks ago, how Dan Campbell wants to get a bona fide starter from basically day one with the number 2 pick. If that's true, in which I do believe that's what he means, it wouldn't be Malik Willis because he'd be sitting back behind Jared Goff unless the Detroit Lions decided to trade him. It's difficult for me to picture that they're going to take a quarterback here with what we've heard and the amount of attention that they keep saying about Jared Goff. I think they really want to give him a chance this year, surround him with weapon, help out the defense, and maybe take a quarterback next year. I wouldn't care that much if the Lions took Malik Willis. We do need to get a dynamic quarterback, and if Brad Holmes and Dan Campbell thinks this guy is dynamic and he can be a future star, you take him. If you don't believe that, don't force the quarterback take, because that's how you get bust factor. That's what hurts your team. We cannot bust out at the number 2 pick. We've done that too many times throughout the years, taking players that end up not being good, specifically first round. We have to hit this pick right. We got to get it right. There can't be any doubt who we take at this position. We need to help the team out with talent. You have to be that guy to help this team out. Well, if the Detroit Lions took Malik Willis, could the Detroit Lions then look to trade Jared Goff? Pro Football Network made an interesting rumor over the weekend, and I was kind of shocked. They had an article stating the Carolina Panthers are obviously, we know they've been looking to get a quarterback, but Baker Mayfield is on the list of quarterbacks they could trade for. Jimmy Garoppolo. They could go Ryan Fitzpatrick in free agency. But the last quarterback they had on there was Detroit Lions' Jared Goff. And to suggest that the Detroit Lions would trade him just seems out of the blue, out of nowhere. Well, Carolina Panthers, they can love Jared Goff if they do. I'm not saying they do. They could want him. They could covet him to help their team out. But how would it hurt the Detroit Lions? Say we take a Malik Willis. If we were to start him day one, he's going to go through a ton of growing pains. A ton. You tend to want to have him sit behind the quarterback for a year and just learn. But if you send away Jared Goff, you're looking at Tim Boyle David Blau, and Malik Willis. To me, for this year, that would spell doom at the quarterback position. That would spell doom for wins and losses this year. The Detroit Lions got to win more than 3 games. They have to show improvement. And to have a veteran quarterback this year, I'm not saying he's the guy or anything, but to me, as a day one starter, he's much better than a lot of these guys on our roster right now. Tim Boyle, David Blau, if they decide to get another veteran guy to start out, why would you do that when you have Jared Goff, who understands the system as it speaks? So I really do not believe that the Detroit Lions at all are going to trade Jared Goff. I give it a 0.05% chance. Brad Holmes believes in him. Dan Campbell wants to have wins. They want to win games. And I think they're giving him opportunity, since he did play well at the end of the year, to surround him with more talent, to see if he can help us get more wins this year and evaluate him this year. Will he be here next year? Who knows? But I do not believe this rumor. I do not believe the Detroit Lions are going to trade Jared Goff. And that's just my personal opinion. Let me know in the comment section below, would you like the Detroit Lions to trade Jared Goff? Why for yes and for no? If so, do a trade package. I would like to see that, what you guys think on this one. In the upcoming videos, we got videos dropping every single day. Very important that you hit that notification bell so you don't miss out. Also, follow me on social media sites, Facebook, Twitter, LNU, everywhere. Make sure you follow. Thursday's OPP is going to be a good one. The following Thursday, there's not going to be a One Pride podcast. I'm going to be on Lions Nation Unite at their new facility there, where they're going to make content at their studio. I'm going to be there with everything King, Chrissy, and Herman Moore. Us 4 are going to talk about everything taking place during the NFL draft. It's going to be fun, so make sure you go to Lions Nation Unite so you can see us all hanging out. Also, the Gridiron Blitz as well. I'm going to be on there as well. So I'm going to be 2 places at one time. So remember where we're going to be at LNU, Gridiron Blitz. Make sure you subscribe to their channels so we can see you on draft night.